Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. So ladies and gentlemen, this is I think the first or second day of fall in Fairbanks, Alaska. Now I'm headed into a Home Depot. I normally go to Lowe's, but they didn't have what I was looking for. Headed to Home Depot, and then I figure we go over to the coin shop and see what Jerry and Dick are up to. So ladies and gentlemen, I am headed over to aisle 13, bay 5. I'm looking for a rolling magnet so that I can clean up any nails or screws that may be on my drive or next to the bunker before it gets covered with snow. I did decide to pick one of these up, pretty good deal. And this one, as you can see, handles liquid and electrical, so pretty nice to have around, especially near some of my solar generators. Never know, or not near it, but close by. Let's go check out and see if they have this stuff I'm looking for. And this is where it's supposed to be, but I don't see it. I just checked the internet and this is where it told me to come, so let me go ask someone. So even though the internet says that they have 13 available or 18 available in this store, the young man I spoke to says he's going to have to go check because they may be out. So we'll hang out for a little bit. And hopefully they have some, because I really don't want to wait for Amazon to send me one. It'll take about 2 weeks for them to send me one. But like I said, this is what the Home Depot here looks like. Like I said, I don't really come here that often. It's pretty well stocked, to tell you the truth, especially with tools. So if you're looking for tools for Christmas, you may want to go and pick them up now just to make sure that you have them. Oh, I also need a light. I need to go get myself a light also. One of my lights in the living room burnt out yesterday. It's one of the original ones that I put up when I built the house. It was just a cheap, I think, $5 or $6 light. So now I'm going to go with the expensive ones, ladies and gentlemen, and get the $18 one that actually has a pull cord. All right, so we got our little magnet mobile, I guess you can call it, a little magnet mobile. And the way this works is the little wheels, you just run it around the ground and it picks up any metal items that are on the ground. So now we're gonna go get our light fixture. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. You wanna get a nice refrigerator? $1,798. Or you can get this really nice one, right? With a see-through here for only $2,800. Oh, but you get to save $301. Incredible. They're very nice looking. Can't take that away from them. It just amazes me how much things cost nowadays. Let's take a look at the cheap refrigerators. Here's a 10 cubic foot for $400. I remember when I moved into our house, or when we moved into our house, we have a side-by-side. Let me see if I can find one that's comparable. No, I guess I can't. The side-by-side that I purchased, let's see, is 25.5 cubic feet, and it cost us about $700. That was about 5 years ago. And here now we can get a 10 cubic foot for $400. Or we can get a 13 cubic foot for, this is a freezer actually. This is a freezer. This is a freezer slash refrigerator. But look at that, a freezer. This is a 13 cubic foot freezer for $600. The 25 cubic foot freezer that we have in our home, you've seen them before, obviously where I have all my meats and stuff. Let's see, that one cost us around $600. So, yep, things are definitely going up, and not just in food, but everything else. Here's a 16 cubic foot freezer for $800. This is more than what we paid for our 25 cubic foot freezer. And this is the best time of the day to come to any Home Depot or Lowe's. It's early in the morning still, so there's really no one here. Well, I think I found them. Ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. $20.97 for 2 of them. So I'll have an extra one. Eureka, that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's head on over to the coin shop first I'm going to stop and get me a coffee, head on over to the coin shop. But this is the rest of the lighting section. They actually have a lot of really nice lights here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, humanity is in deep trouble. There was only like self-checkout available there. So there was like one person tending like 5 or 6 self-checkout stations. And pretty soon it'll come to a point where, let me get out of the middle of the road there. Pretty soon it'll come to a point where you don't even talk to humans or interact with humans. And I think that's one of the things that they're going to hit us with, is that one day you're going to go to the supermarket where there's no one working, everyone is behind the scenes, and when your card doesn't have enough credits on it, there's not going to be anyone there to feel sorry for you. You're just not going to be able to get anything. So humanity is going to be taken out of everything, and we can see it in our everyday lives. But that's not what this video is about. Let me go ahead and put this stuff here. I got the expensive lights like I showed you. Let me put this stuff here in my truck, and let's go get a coffee and go over to the coin shop. And hey, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and give 1 coin away to one of you that leaves a comment under this video. But I haven't picked the coin yet. I think it'll be a nice coin, maybe a Morgan silver dollar or something like that. But we'll pick something out of the coin shop, and one of you will win it that leaves a comment under this video here. And no, ladies and gentlemen, of course not. It's not going to cost you anything. All right, all you have to do is watch this video. It'd be nice if you gave it a like, but leave a comment under there, and then I'll go ahead and give it a few days. And let's see, during our Sunday live stream, I'll go ahead and tell you all who won. All right, now this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the problems with having an old vehicle. This vehicle, as many of you may know, is my Chevy Suburban. It's a 2003, and I love this truck. I mean, it runs great. As you can see, look at that. 2003, it only has 73,800 miles. And it runs great. Great truck. But with age comes problems. And as you can see there, if you take a look at my instrument panel there, there's only, what, 2 gauges that are working. The temperature gauge in the bottom right-hand corner, and the oil pressure gauge that's right there. Everything else isn't working. Thank goodness the odometer is working, but the speedometer does not work. The RPM does not work. Nothing else works. The gas doesn't work, so I'm just making sure that I top it off every, 2 or 3 days. Depending on how much I drive it, I'll probably top it off today on my way home. And this is something that has to be fixed. But I always tell myself, I actually already took it to the shop to get it fixed, and they tore everything apart, and it seems that instead of repairing it, I have to actually purchase a part that goes to it, and it's already been ordered. It should be here next week or so, but I'm thinking it's going to be around $700, roughly maybe $800 to get this to work. Because right now what I'm doing is unfortunately, I'm having to turn on my location on my phone so that I can use the GPS off the phone to tell me how fast I'm driving. So that's how I'm driving around now, is by putting the GPS on my phone, and it tells me how many miles per hour I'm driving. But as I was talking to James over at Right Choice Auto, anyone that lives in Fairbanks, Right Choice Auto, great place to go. They're always busy, and it's for a reason, because they do really good work there, very good prices, and the most important thing is that I really trust them. They've treated me really well over the last 2 or 3 years or so that I've been going down there. So Right Choice Auto, if you're looking for a good and honest mechanic to work on your vehicles. Anyways, I was telling James that, you know what, I would rather just, have a couple $1,000s a year in maintenance, whatever it costs me to maintain the vehicle, than to have a $700,000 a month new vehicle car payment. So, all right, let me stop jabbing. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of coffee. We're going to go to a different coffee place this time than where I normally go to. But we're just going to stop by there, get some coffee. I need to hit up the ATM. Hopefully it's got money in it. And then we'll go over to the coin shop. Hey, and it's got money, ladies and gentlemen. The last 2 or 3 times we came here, myself or my wife, this thing was out of order, meaning there's no money in it. All right, now that we have a little bit of money in our pockets, ladies and gentlemen, and there was cash in there, and thank goodness there was still a little bit of cash in my account. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a coffee here, and then we're gonna go see what we can get ourselves into over at the coin shop. This here is one of the other little coffee shacks that I visit very rarely, very rarely. I usually go to the one that's across from my favorite gas station. And the reason that I don't go into my favorite gas station as often anymore is because I don't have to go to work on a daily basis. That used to be my daily stop before I went to work every morning to get myself a breakfast burrito and a coffee. I did that almost every single morning for like 4 years after I got out of the Army. And whenever I want to go and get myself a coffee, which I try to do it about every 2 weeks just to support them. Obviously, the coffee there is probably about 3 times more expensive than what one of my nutrient survival coffees is. But I like to go there every once in a while to pay it forward and to also support the business, because I want our local businesses to stay, you know, open, right? And as you can see, there's plenty of cars here lined up. So we here in Fairbanks, I think, are doing a very good job at supporting our local businesses. And the name of this coffee shack here is called Sunrise. I think there's quite a few of these spread out across Fairbanks, but this is the only one that I go to whenever I do go to. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, I just figured we'd have a little chat here on our way to the coin shop, which is only going to be about another 2 or 3 minutes. Hopefully I can find some parking. But listen, everything is getting so expensive. I had not really looked at appliances for such a long time because we don't need one. And no, I'm not planning on getting one as a backup. All right, ladies and gentlemen. But sometimes I wonder, I'm like, man, maybe we should. But that's just going a little too far. And it seems that if one of our appliances does go bad, then we'll just have to bite the bullet. Unless we want to buy something used off of Craigslist or something like that. And that's not something that I'm partial to, like getting a refrigerator or a washer or dryer or something like that. That's kind of intimate in my opinion, you know, to get used. So yeah, people are going to have to bite the bullet, especially those that need to have an appliance with the prices the way they are nowadays. It is incredible. I mean, I never in my life, ladies and gentlemen, would have thought that you could buy a refrigerator slash freezer, right, for your home for $1,000 or for $1,800 or $2,000 or $3,000. It's incredible, incredible, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I am such a proponent of stocking up everything that you can, everything that you use on a regular basis, stocking up on that for the future. Today I have to go to Costco. And I'm not going to do a video of that because I'm just going there to pick up, actually I'm going to go there to pick up a small security system for our home. Finally, they have one that is not wired, that just works off of Wi-Fi. And I believe I'll be able to make it work because I do have a tablet that provides me with enough data every month that I can actually use for that system. So I'm going to be able to actually get that. And also I want to get some more beef because I have something in the freeze dryer right now that is almost done. And as soon as it's done, I'm going to go ahead and get another batch of beef cubes going in there. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to find some oil, some pressure pump oil for my pressure pump, you know, that goes to the freeze dryer on Amazon at a really good price. And they are going to mail it. They actually already shipped it. I was very, very surprised when I was actually able to order it off Amazon and them ship it, because they usually don't ship anything that is like oil based or has batteries or big batteries in it to Alaska. So I'm very, very happy because I was able to get it at a very good price, and I'll show it off to you in one of our future freeze drying videos. That way you'll see what kind I got. It's one that comes recommended. But unfortunately, I can't be very picky as to what I get because there's only so much I can get up here and shipped up here to Alaska. So here is 2nd Avenue, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd Avenue in Cushman is the home of Alaska Rare Coins. And guess what? I've got front row parking. Look at that. I told Jerry the last time that I was here that he needed to go ahead and make me a parking spot because I come here so often. So if you're in Fairbanks, go to 2nd Avenue and Cushman and 551B or 551 Bravo is where Alaska Rare Coins lives. So let's go ahead and take a look at what they got. And like I said, we'll pick out something nice so that we can give away to one of you that leaves a comment under this video. I'll just randomly select it. And during Sunday's live stream, we'll go ahead and divulge who the winner is. And we'll see what we can get into in there. And we'll pick out something nice to give away. And ladies and gentlemen, our favorite coin shop dealer, Jerry. And look at this. What I tell you, every time that I come in here, Dick is watching YouTube in the computer back there. Dick, why aren't you making Alaska Prepper coins? I'll let you know here in about a week. Dick's got to make some more Alaska Prepper coins because a lot of people bought the Alaska Prepper kit from Nutrient Survival and he's got work to do. Jerry, I just thought I'd come in here and say hello. And I told the people, hey, guess what? Since we're already in town, let's go and hang out with Jerry and Dick for a little bit and pick out a nice coin that we can give away during Sunday's live stream. So what do you think about that?
I can't be happier.
Hey, Jerry, let us know what's going on with the price of silver, in your opinion.
Very volatile right now. The trend over the last 3-4 months has been down. We peaked out in August last year at about 29.5. Currently, we're at 22 and change. I have a hunch, and I'm right half the time, by the way. I have a hunch that we're going to settle in at this level for a while. I would say the next 2 or 3 months. The premiums on silver have mitigated somewhat from last year, but they're still rather high, as there tends to still be some shortages in the product. I'm not sure those are not here to stay for a while, unfortunately, but the premiums on gold products have come way back down to what we used to normally see, which is good news in that market.
Nice. Let me ask you a question, Jerry. Now, this wasn't intended to be an interview. We're just hanging out today, so we've already made like 2 or 3 stops.
Okay.
So if you were a buyer of precious metals right now, first of all, first question is, do you think this is a good time to get precious metals as far as price goes and availability?
In the long run, yes. I hesitate on the silver a little bit because I keep waiting to see if premiums will come back down. It used to be they would sell an ounce of silver would be spot plus $1.50 or in that area. But unfortunately right now it's between $3 and $4 over spot. Used to be higher at the beginning of the year when Reddit group went after silver, as you remember. It got up to about 5.5 over spot. So that's come down, it's mitigated somewhat. So I hate to tell people, well, wait and see the premiums go down, because if the spot price moves up on you, you've gained nothing.
Right.
I just don't see much change here. So if somebody is thinking about jumping in, whether they jump in today or a week from now or 2 weeks from now, I'm not sure much is going to change in the short run. The only caveat I give to that advice is if we wake up tomorrow morning and the stock market's gone down like it did in 2008, if you have something outside the normal happen that can really spike metals up quickly, and then you don't have a second chance. By the time you find out that's happened, it's already happened.
Right. So that is why I like to advocate. And ladies and gentlemen, Jerry, nor Dick, or myself are financial advisors, all right? This is purely for entertainment purposes only, ladies and gentlemen. We're only hanging out today, all right? So don't listen to me and lose all your money. And for goodness sakes, don't listen to Jerry. he's just a... Let me ask you this question, Jerry. I've gotten this every once in a while whenever I do a video on silver or gold or something like that. Someone asked me once, they said, why is it that silver and gold dealers, why do they sell silver and gold? If it's so valuable, why don't they just keep it? I answered the question correctly, in my opinion, but why is it, Jerry, that you sell all of this beautiful silver and gold that you have here? If it's so valuable, why don't you just keep it for yourself?
Well, if you keep everything, you can't run a business, and running a business makes a profit. And with that profit, I do buy gold and silver.
Oh
So
my goodness.
I do
Now,
have some.
now, ladies and gentlemen, this video is out there and you can go look at the comments and look at my reply. This is what I told that person that asked in that comment. I said, because the precious metals dealer sells gold and silver for a profit, then they take their profit and they buy more gold and silver and put it in their safety deposit box. Although I don't recommend safety deposit boxes, but that's another story for another video, ladies and gentlemen. That was the exact same answer that I gave that person in the reply to his comment. And there you go. You got it from Jerry, ladies and gentlemen, so you know that it's good as gold. All right, so let's take a look. You know what? I've been looking at these for a while, ladies and gentlemen. I think they're beautiful. So I think that we're going to go. Oh, man, you can't see it very. Oh, there you go. So, Jerry, what's the difference between the early Morgan and the later ones? Why are you charging $12 more for a 1878 to 1904 Morgan? And it says V6 fine than you are for the other ones. Can you tell us what V6 fine means?
Well, it actually says VG. You
Oh,
can't read
VG.
my writing.
Okay,
yeah, it means
VG.
very good to fine.
Okay.
That is a grade. And actually, it should read very good to very fine. I made a mistake there now that I look at
Okay.
it closely.
So these guys that are $28,
Yep.
they're less than very good to fine.
There's much more demand for the early date Morgan dollars. It's a more popular coin. People like the dates between 1878 and 1904. They didn't make dollars after that until 1921. And then in 21, they came out with a Morgan dollar again, a slightly different design. And then halfway through the year, they converted what we call the peace dollar to commemorate the end of World War I. They're not as popular as the early Morgan dollars, and consequently there's a lot more demand for the earlier dates, and their prices are a little higher.
All right. Well, you know what, Jerry, we're going to go ahead and ask you to pick one of those very good to very fine Morgans, and we're going to give one of those away. And can you tell us how much silver is in one of these coins? Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's not 1 troy ounce of silver in these coins.
No, these coins, when they were minted, were 90% silver, 10% copper. And the reason for that is silver is too soft to circulate. It won't last long. By adding an alloy, it makes them a much stronger coin, so they have a longer lifespan. But if you were to melt this for silver, you'd have about 0.77 troy ounces of silver.
So just a little over 3/4 of a troy ounce.
Right.
Let's take a look. So is this the one that you're picking, Jerry?
Yeah, I kind of like the
Okay,
patina
I
on
know.
that
You know
one.
what? The funny thing is that when they were down there in the box, that's the one I was looking at. I do like the patina. I think I told Dick about this, but I was talking to him the other day, and I told him that during my live stream, someone asked me. They said that they had some old silver dollars. I'm not sure if she said Morgan or not, but old. And she said, "How do I clean them?" And I said, "Do not clean them. Leave that tarnish." I called it tarnish, but it's patina. I said, leave that tarnish right there, because it actually, over the long run, it can add some numismatic value to the coin. Is that true?
We like them to be natural.
Okay.
We don't care how much wear is on it. We just want it to look natural. So when people polish a coin and give it that kind of we call it a phony brilliance, we know that it's not natural anymore. Now, in coins like this, it's not a big deal. You're not ruining a $1 million coin. But rule of thumb is never clean a coin. If you have something which has sticky items on it, like glue residue or something, just soak it in acetone, but don't ever rub the surface of a coin. Don't use a silver polish on a coin. If you're trying to get rid of something that shouldn't be on the coin, just be smart about it. Let it soak in acetone, get rid of that glue residue. Use a Q-tip, never rub anything, and that should work.
Okay, excellent. So now, ladies and gentlemen, Alaska Prepper doesn't really care about looks as much, as you all know from the light fixture that I just picked out at Home Depot. So I'm going to ask Jerry to go ahead and pick out one of these coins for myself so that I can have on my desk. That way, every time I'm talking about silver, I can have a coin to look at. And then we're going to go ahead and compare both coins so that you can see the difference between the very fine and just the not very fine, I guess. Isn't this a pretty coin? Look at this. I mean, you can see everything in it or on it. It's obviously circulated, but look at the back. The back is my favorite. Look at how pretty that back is. All right, so which one did Jerry pick out for me? Jerry picked out an ugly one for me. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's not ugly. It's actually
1923.
This is the piece dollar design.
Okay.
And if you don't like that one, we'll give you that one there. Yeah, but
let's see. Let's see. Which one should I? No, I think I'm going to get the first one you picked. It was meant to be, Jerry. So take a look at the difference, ladies and gentlemen. And then, oh man, that more, you know what? I think I'm just going to, no, go ahead and give me another Morgan dollar, one of these, because those are just too pretty. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get me the nicer one, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. This is the one I'm keeping right here. All right, so remember, go ahead and leave a comment under the description of this video, and you'll be entered to win this one right here. Where is it? That one. Not this one. This one's mine. Let me show you the back of this one. Oh, isn't that pretty? All right, so that's going to be our journey for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining in. We're going to go ahead and pay for these two. They don't have security here, so I might just be able to run out the door. Oh, no, there's security right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is the minter of the Alaska Prepper coin. He's the one that started it all. All right. Thank you very much, Jerry, Dick. Always good to see you all. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. Thank you very much for hanging out. I hope that you got a little bit of entertainment out of this, and I hope you got a little of education, because as you can tell, Jerry has decades of experience doing what he does. And on top of that, he's a really good guy. And you know, one thing that I found out a long time ago, not a long time ago, something that I found out recently is that Jerry used to be the mayor of Fairbanks. I'm not sure how many years ago, but he used to be the mayor of Fairbanks. And I'll tell you what, that's one person that I would definitely vote for. Having said that, thank you very much for joining in today. I hope that you have a great day today and a great weekend. Make sure to join in on Sunday's live stream so you can know whether you won or not. And hopefully I can mail that coin out on Monday. Other than that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I am out.